We were chatting about the Yang Barbecue College, where now people can now study to braai for a living. And Ryan, you are a qualified chef. You are also a co-founder of the Fry Guys Eatery and a senior lecturer at the Limpopo Chefs Academy. So do we have something like a braai or a barbecue course here in South Africa where someone can actually study towards becoming a braai chef?
So if you check around accredited culinary schools, you'll find that some of the courses that we do include in the syllabus right now is cooking techniques and cooking like frying, baking, and braaiing, like you mentioned. So that's something we do touch on. And because we are a South African-based culinary schools, or a lot of our schools are culinary based, South African-based rather. So it's integrated into as well as stuff like traditional cooking methods. So we touch on stuff like braais, boikies, and stuff like that. And so maybe a non-accredited situation, I have seen a lot of private chefs doing short courses or like weekend courses where someone can join in and they might teach them how to do a braai course, how to make a boikie. So that's something I have seen as well. So it depends which route you want to go, but those are things that are available either via culinary school or via chefs that are offering certain courses as well.
We all know at least one person who is a self-proclaimed braai master. So what do you teach your students about braaiing? As you said, it's integrated into sort of the culinary school. But what do you teach your students about braaiing that maybe a self-proclaimed braai master might not know about?
100%. So the first one I always tell them, and actually this goes for all things, all cooking methods, is the heat. You always need to be in control of the fire. You can't let the fire do its own thing. You need to be in control of the fire, right? Number two would be the type of wood or the type of coal that is used. It's very important as it impacts the flavor, as well as the meat, and as well as how long the fire lasts as well. Another thing is we always see people use onions on the grill. You need to have a clean grill. You need to have a clean grill to make sure that you have good flavor on the meat. And then fire can cook almost anything, right? So you need to have the right tools and the right skills as well. And the last one I would probably say is that make sure you season your meat properly and not over season it as well, because the fire, it gives it natural flavors as well, you know?
Whoa. So with the onion situation, so does this, I see people use an onion to clean their grill. I don't like that. I just say just use soap and water. So are you saying the onion situation doesn't work?
It works. Sometimes people use an onion, a potato, but those natural acidity or sometimes the natural liquid from those fruits, from the vegetables, helps just clean the grill and make sure there's no metal taste or even flavor that were left from previously. It removes it because onion has a strong flavor, so it's able to take away any strong flavors that were left behind.
Do you foresee like something like this happening in South Africa where we have an actual, not necessarily a course, but like a full-blown 3-year program, the same as they have in Yang?
I don't know. Hey, I think there is a big hype around Korean barbecue food, Korean food, Asian food in general. But personally, I don't see it being integrated on a big scale or long term in part of the syllabus. Maybe a single menu item. Maybe we can do that. I can see that being introduced for culinary students. Maybe on a specific day, they might have to cook a specific type of Korean dish, but maybe not on a long-term basis, because, food, there's always hypes, it's always trends. So we need to make sure, yes, we stay on top of trends, but I don't know if it's something that will be fully integrated into culinary school syllabuses. Hey, I'm not sure on that one. I stand to be corrected, though.
Yeah. Okay, I guess we'll have to see in the next few years, because this barbecue college is still brand new. Last but not least, I've been using them interchangeably, but is there a difference between a braai and a barbecue?
100%, mad difference, huge difference. Right?
Tell me more.
So let's start with braai. Braai is in South Africa. It's not just a cooking method. It's part of South African heritage, where the chakalaka comes out, the family's over, the music out.
Yes.
The Afrikaners say, "Kom ons braai." It's literally a thing. It's a whole day affair that we just use, that is part of our culture and heritage. And even one thing also, majority of the South Africans use wood when we braai, right? And then compared to barbecue, where you'd use gas, use electricity, or you even use briquettes, which is very quick. It's a quick method of cooking. And, compared to how we take the whole day, we bring the whole family around. So there's, and also barbecue, we would normally have a mini braai stand. Australians or Americans will have like a very fashion, like what's the word, modern looking Weber kind of situation. Well, all we just need a little fire, some bricks around there, and we got something going.